Right, okay, here we are in the new workshop and it's not pink anymore. I'm just doing this as a quick live test. As you can see, I am covered in paint and we're just I'm going to spin round again. You can see the lighting truss outside. Not used to this live stuff. It's just one of those things. But yeah, so here's the shop. Hopefully Wednesday I get the carpet and put that on the floor. But the painting is pretty much done now, as you can see. Just got to clean up a bit after myself. And hi Wenlock, nice to see you. Just trying this out. This is my mobile phone and live from the shack, from the studio, from the workshop with all the echo. Hi Tony. Yes, the echo. Also due this week is the sound foam, the acoustic foam for all the walls and the ceiling, so that we could probably get rid of this echo. Yeah, I was just outside in the garden. I'm just going to turn around again. You can see the new camera tripod out there. Well, some of it anyway. I've not put it up. Yeah, the reverb. It's. I've got to try and cure that before I use this as a studio, because otherwise it's going to sound completely awful. I got a workbench that's outside. In fact, let's see if I can keep this going. We'll walk outside. This is the hallway bit. Let's go out into the garden. So yeah, now we've got no echo. There's the worktop there, that one there. The big bit at the back is going to be the work surface. Down at the bottom is the table that is going to be turned into the workbench. If I walk, we're on there, as you see. That's the lighting truss. 5:30 a.m. I'm still getting used to this coming back to England. It's crazy. Been obviously over in Thailand, which is why I'm not my normal colour. I'm slightly browner than I normally am, and for some reason I'm getting up in daylight hours and staying awake and falling asleep at night, which I haven't done for 20 odd years. But yeah, so there's the tripod. Oh dear. There's still actually another couple of bits to come for that, which should be here next few days. And then, yeah, in the workshop, should be fun. Oh, hiya Secret Scratcher, nice to see you. Changing the time zone, yes indeed it does. We went from +7 hours to British summertime, so GMT +1, going back into the shack so that you could crank your amp up in here. This could be fun, couldn't it? Yeah, it is getting there, Secret. It's doing really good. I didn't put a comment on your last video. I did click the like button, but I've been catching up. We landed at 7:30 local time Thursday night. Friday collected the guinea pigs from their overnight or their holiday boarding home, put them back in their cage on Friday, and then I went down to the DIY shop and bought 6 gallons of paint, rollers, yeah, well, you can see the floor, tubs of paint, bits and pieces. There's the vacuum cleaner that I was using. couple of buckets full of emulsion. I also, while I was here, this is going to spin people round. There we go. I put that one in myself. I know there's a bit of a gap at the top. I've got to fill it, but hey, that's just for the networking, so that I actually have a decent internet connection in here. Don't mind the shirt. This is an old work shirt that, hey, you keep your old uniform so that when you do painting and stuff like that, you can play silly beggars. It's bright in here. I've got one major complaint that the electrician, when he put the lights up on the ceiling, if I point you at that one, I don't know if you can see it, but the thing's actually away from the ceiling. It's not quite screwed in at one end, so I'm going to have to take it down and refit it. Just move my hand off the camera there. So this is where it is. It's been a couple of days of really sort of solid work. Also having to sort out other things regarding my health care. I had to take my daughter to the hospital yesterday because she bumped her head a couple of days ago. And hi Rob, hi Bob, yeah. No, they're not the Chinese ones, Secret. These are actually made by Philips, and because they're UK spec, they're horrendously expensive. I think each of these fittings was about £60, so what's that, about $80 a unit? And there are 4 of them in here, just to give me this amount of light. I know it's sort of very bland and bare at the moment because it's all white, but it's there, Hi, you do it. I had to take the daughter to the hospital. It turns out she's suffering from an inner ear infection. So that's one of those things. I love Philips LEDs too, except for the price. I'd certainly never buy a Hue light, but these are, as I say, they're pretty bright. Very good illumination. Oh, that's my phone going with messages from some of the other groups on Facebook. Yes, she's going to be okay. We bought the medication. Definitely bad for the hip pocket nerve. In fact, the paint and everything else, that was another £100. The Hue bulbs over here, they're just stupid money. They really are. And I'm going to build my own to go on the lighting truss. Rather than have individual bulbs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the LED strip and I'm going to wire it up to a DMX controller so that it will be able to control it from my lighting console, along with the laser, along with everything else, and have it all programmable, variable scenes, and it'll give me some way of testing DMX fittings as well, so that I can basically play silly beggars on the channel. So like those 3 colour lights that I'm still working on, or I will be working on when I get my bench back, that is, they're going to go on the truss work. As I say, for those of you just joining, I'm going to open the window and point you at, there's the truss work outside, and it's nearly there. I've got to fit the feet on it. Yes, those apple pies. Over here, and Doug and Bill, I know you like those baked apple pies. The ones we get here are the fried ones, and they're pretty nice, but they're not the nicest compared to the baked ones, I would imagine. So we'll see what happens. Maybe eventually they'll get it. At the moment we're on these special burgers with McDonald's, and Burger King we still get the Whoppers, we still get all of those, but can't live off that all the time. I'm going to be, cooking some other things up at the same time, I think. I think I'm going to cook chicken tonight, make a Chinese stir fry, which after coming back from Thailand is one of those things. Hi Pete, nice to see you. Yeah, I just thought I'd fire up this and see that it actually works. This is just my mobile phone. It's a good test, I think. Also to test the Wi-Fi in here. At the moment, the signal's not particularly great because the nearest router that I can use is upstairs outside my daughter's bedroom. Again, I do have another one to go in here. I do have another wireless access point to go in here, which will go into one of those networking sockets on the wall, and the other socket I'll use for my direct feed so that I'll have gigabit networking all around the house. Sorry Tony, I haven't eaten since, what time did I? About 9:30 this morning. I've just been getting on with this. Painted the majority of this yesterday. The little hallway bit outside the door, over there, I had to give the second coat today. Did all the woodwork today as well, and the door itself that's over there has only got one coat of paint on it at the moment, so I've got to put another one on it probably tomorrow when that's dried off. Although it's a quick drying paint, I'd rather it had a proper set time so that I can, give it a decent second coat. Why did I choose all white instead of going for black? Purely because for video work I thought using the white walls to reflect some of the light might take away some of the shadows. You could Ethernet cabling. I actually got the drum of cable. What did I pay for it? I think it was about £10. It was from Maplin's. They were closing down, and I got a 100 metre drum, so 300-foot drum for it was the £15 I paid for that, and it's Cat 6 rather than Cat 5, so I'm quite pleased with that. Now there's a question. I'm going to move back into the other room at the moment. There's not much light, but there we go. Back into where my computer desk is. Tripping over everything into the junk. But I've got a question for... Let's get back into the light where you can see. Right, for all you guys in the States, I've got a couple of these. And the reason I've bought them is because some of the stuff comes with US style plugs on it, and it was easier than getting new adapters, wall warts and all the rest of it. But what I want to know, are they normally wired with separate wires like this, or do you just jumper across? Because over here on our main sockets, you've got both sockets on the outside are actually wired from a single set of terminals, so they take one connection from the mains. But I don't quite know how that works in the US. But as I say, I've got a couple of these, and I'm going to put these into a box and have them. In fact, the Wi-Fi router, it came from China, it came extremely cheaply. I've already fired it up. It runs off 220 volts, 240 volts, but it has one of these plugs on it, so rather than mess about, I'm going to put this on the thing. You can wire them in parallel. I thought as much, but it just seems strange that they don't join the connectors as standard, looking at this though, this little unit here, it looks like you can take one out and have a blank socket, which to me seems pretty pointless. But wire nuts, yes, we had a discussion about those on one of the other groups. Over here, wire nuts are not approved, but the lever Wago connectors are. So, we would parallel up with that. Personally, in this sort of instance, what I would do is run the mains into one and then just put some short tails of wire across from the one socket into the other and just parallel them that way. But it was just something that seemed rather strange to me. But then again, this has come from China. This is not a US product. This is Hu Flung Dung, according to the little Chinese ideograms in the corner. I have no idea why wire nuts are approved in the States. Over here, they're not considered stable enough. They're just not compatible with the UK regulations for some reason. Now, as I say, I've got Wago connectors, which are the 3-terminal lever ones and the 2-terminal lever ones, which I use for joining stuff, and they are actually approved for permanent installation over here. It's I suppose, rules are different here. I could have actually wired this entire room myself, but the law over here says I'm not allowed to do it. The fact that I can sit there and play with high voltage DC, high voltage AC and an amplifier or into a radio, possibly, Pete. Look, the post office are telling me that stuff is being delivered tomorrow, according to their text messaging service. The regulations here says I'm not allowed to touch domestic electricity, even though I'm perfectly safe with it. It's because so many people were adding stuff to their houses and burning them down and getting electrocuted because they didn't really know what they were doing. So that's the way it is. I actually, I don't know if anybody saw the box in the last video, but that's the breaker box just for this room. It powers nothing else in there and enough electricity to supply the room. And oh dear. Just going around it. It's getting there. It's taking shape. It's just taking time, and it's taking its toll on me. If I'm honest, my back is killing me. Oh dear. I've not done this much work for ages. Even when I'm doing a full-time job, I'm normally sitting on my bum all day, just driving a truck, but this is actually physical work, and I ache. I really do ache after this. I only plan to do this once, and from there we'll see what happens. Right, so blimey, 18 minutes. I've been talking for 18 minutes about painting a room and electricity. I guess this thing is working. That's good. Local time 6:45 in the evening, and it is Monday. It's Monday. Yes, the dustbins were collected today. That's right. I put them out last night. So they collected all the recycling. I've now got a garden full of cardboard from undoing all that truss work, and I'll probably have a bonfire set light the lot of that, and just do it that way. Right, I think I'm going to stop this. I've proved that it works. It's nice to see you all. Thank you all for commenting, for joining in. I've got to cook my dinner, cook the wife's dinner, maybe even cook my daughter's dinner. The wife came back from holiday with us, and she managed to catch a chest infection, which is you can't burn rubbish. Wow. Over here, as long as it's after sunset, we are allowed to burn, and that's one of those things. Thanks, Tony. The wife came back with a chest infection from Thailand, and I guess that's the thing there with the bushfires. Which her chest infection is no good, seeing as she's got emphysema anyway. So she's having trouble breathing. She's feeling pretty rotten at the moment. But yeah, so I'll cook the dinner, feed her up, give her something nice to look forward to, and probably just put her to bed again. Say, get back there, woman. Get yourself well. You've had a good time on holiday, and now you come back and be sick. It's just not good. Going to wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll be back to making proper videos very soon. As I say, by the end of this week, I want this room finished, so I'm going to be working pretty hard on it, just getting it all together. Carpet, as I say, I'll be picking that up Wednesday, and I'll probably lay that Thursday. Friday, I've got a desk coming in, so I can put the computers on there. Then from there, hopefully, once the carpet's down, the workbench will be in, and I can start to set things up. I'll put the trussing in here and get the lighting set up and everything else. But at the moment, yeah, the echo is annoying, I've got to say. Good night, everybody. Thanks very much for joining in, and I might do this a bit more often. We'll see what happens, this live streaming lark. Take care, and wish everybody best of health. Secret, hope your teeth are feeling better. Everybody else, you take care, guys. See you all soon.